Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be discussing the fear of roller coasters, and more specifically, how to get over that fear. Now, this fear is pretty common, and there's usually two reasons why you might be scared of a roller coaster. And number one is maybe you think that they're unsafe. Now, roller coasters go through years of planning before they're built, and there are several roller coaster manufacturers that have flawless track records and have never had anyone seriously injured on a ride. A statistic that's used a lot is that you're more likely to die driving to the amusement park than you are at the park. Now, this doesn't mean that roller coaster accidents don't happen, because they absolutely do, but they're still extraordinarily rare. Most of these accidents could have been easily prevented, and you'll usually see these happen at small independent parks. If you want to know exactly what took place, I highly recommend Coaster College on YouTube. He has a great series on what really happened behind the scenes at these amusement parks. If your home park is a huge Cedar Fair, Six Flags park, you really have nothing to worry about. Now, this isn't to say that small parks aren't safe, because most states have strict safety regulations for amusement parks and state fairs. So when you're in an amusement park, safety is pretty much the last thing that you should be worrying about. Now, another reason people are afraid of coasters is that they think they won't like the forces and sensations that the roller coaster subjects them to, and they'll just have to sit through the ride and take it. Now, there are pretty much two ways to get past this fear. Way number one is to work your way up from the small rides to the big rides. This usually works, but if you have a park that's super top heavy, say like Carowinds, where there's a big drop off from the big thrill rides to the little rides, then it might not work. If that's not the case for your home park, then you should be able to do this method with no problem. Method number two is pretty much just forcing yourself on the rides. Now, this method takes a lot of courage and will probably make you dread the day you go to the amusement park. The only advice that I can give for this method is to just not wimp out whatever you do. Look at all the people coming off the ride with smiles on their face. That's going to be you when you get on the ride. If you do just so happen to not like the ride, then you'll probably be fine, because the ride most likely doesn't even last a minute. If you go with this method, I recommend riding a more mellow ride like a B&M Hyper. Those rides usually just feel like you're floating through the sky, and it's kind of relaxing. Now, let's get into my personal experience with overcoming my fear of coasters. So, me and a couple of friends decided we should go to Kings Island so I can finally get on a major roller coaster. Up to this point, I had only ridden small family coasters, and they decided that I was riding Banshee. Banshee is huge and extremely intimidating to someone who's scared of roller coasters. Now, keep in mind, I was still sort of an enthusiast at this point, so I wasn't scared of falling out or anything. I was mainly just scared of the drop. So we arrive at Kings Island, and I was absolutely petrified. I don't think I've been more nervous for anything in my life. So as soon as we got out of the car, I felt like I was on death row and I was walking to be executed. It was horrible. Now, when we finally got into the park, we walked to Banshee, and I was expecting a decent line so that I could mentally prepare myself, but no, there was absolutely no line, and I walked right on to Banshee. So as we turn out of the station, I just give up all hope. I just zone out and try my best to not think about what I've just gotten into. The climb up the lift hill was grueling. We were just slowly getting closer and closer to the top, and before I knew it, I heard the signature Banshee scream, and we were gone. We went flying over the top and twisted down 150 feet. As soon as we hit the bottom of the first drop, I knew that I was hooked. It was a huge rush to finally get over something I had been scared of for years. As soon as we got off, I immediately wanted to ride every single roller coaster in the park, and it was great. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If this helped you out, please consider liking and subscribing, as it really helps me out. I know this was kind of a short video, but I do have some No Limits 2 videos coming out, so stay tuned for that. I'd also like to thank the channels that provided the footage in this video. Since I'm just starting this channel, I don't really have my own ride footage, so links to all the footage are in the description. I also know it's been a week, actually over a week, since I've last posted a video. My microphone kind of dropped out on me, and I got another one, and it also didn't work, so I had to find a new microphone. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and bye-bye.